friends, MD Vegan. I have a new cucumber salad recipe for you. I make it right now, and it is a cucumber recipe that has some ingredients I oftentimes use. I have a cucumber. It's got the main part here, and I will slice it with a mandolin. I show you how to do that. And I have a little bit of onion and avocado and pine nuts. I show you that later. So that's the the most important thing to begin with, the main ingredients. And what makes this salad new, this recipe, is a dressing, which a variation from an earlier one. I used garlic macadamia mayonnaise. You might know I have done that in other recipes recently, but this one is I have dill and rosemary to add. Dill, you all know certainly, that is also called the cucumber herb. In Germany we call dill the cucumber herb. This is what dill looks like, you all know. It's an evergreen herb. It has these specific small little leaves here, and they're very special, and they have a very calming effect, super healthy, and they're perfect with cucumbers. Some say there's no cucumber salad without dill, but of course you can do all kinds of cucumber salads. That's so classic. I will put that into my macadamia mayonnaise. I change a little bit the ingredients, I show you in a moment. But the second and very important ingredient in this recipe is rosemary. This is a bunch of rosemary, you see, and it is very powerful. This is one of the most important herbs. It is for memory. Here, you see, this is one stem here, and you see this is like wood. It's very hard, and you can't eat it. That's why I have to take off the little leaves here. That's a little bit of work. And even here, down at the stem, there are even twigs that are almost like little leaves. I have to take them all off. So it's a little bit of work to take them, but you don't need that much. So this goes a long way here, this whole bunch. I saw it in the health food shop and I thought, the fragrance is so wonderful. And usually I have dried herbs, and they're very good. You can also take dried herbs. That is very perfect. They're powerful, and they all have been cultivated. All these herbs for thousands of years, and especially here, rosemary is known from ancient Greek times. They used it and said it accelerates the mind, cognitive functions, and everything. And even in Shakespeare, it's the Baroque age from England, when Shakespeare wrote his famous pieces. We don't even know if Shakespeare existed at all. Could be a different person, so we don't know, but he was a genius, or they, I don't know. It's a wonderful philosophical theater art. And there is a Hamlet, very famous king. And in this piece, actually, they mention rosemary as for remembrance. And now, Dr. Greger, he's a funny guy, doctor, who always publishes all the most important scientific studies on health. That's his hobby, his dedication, his mission to make it accessible for the people for no money. Meanwhile, he has a big team. They read all the studies published in English, and then he makes a video, and every day he makes a new video for us to learn about the latest science. It's amazing, really. He's really reliable sources worldwide, renowned, and I rely on him when I want something to know about science, health science. I go to Dr. Greger always. That's the way to go. So, and he has said about rosemary, he's disappointed a little bit with all the studies. They are a little bit biased, not so really with control groups, and so about all the aromatherapies. Very subjective impressions mostly. But rosemary, they already have studies there, and he said, what the Greek says, he had all of the Hamlet quote. He gave the quote that way his video began. It's not too old. And he said actually it reduces, it accelerates the speed of memory. So Hamlet, Ophelia, was totally right when she said that. It is now a scientifically proven fact. But then the end of the video, there will always a transcript from with all these videos from the science from Dr. Greger. They actually make transcripts, so you don't need to watch the video. You can read the transcript. At the end of the transcript, they say, but if you eat too much of it, 4 tablespoons was the dose of the powder, then it reduces the speed of memory. So it is you can't eat it too much. And then he said, actually, the best way to use it, the dosage, is when it tastes best in a recipe. That's how I understood what he said. So when I have here a small amount of rosemary, here, there's some leaves here, you see, this is not even a teaspoon. Because when you break it down, you dry it, and you pulverize it, then you have not even half a teaspoon. And half a teaspoon is exactly the best, the optimal dosage. And this is what I would have tried without knowing all the science. I wouldn't have taken more, because these leaves, you see, they are very firm. If you put too much into a blender and blend them, they are a little bit strong and coarse, and they're a little scratching. I tried that before. I love rosemary. I have it in other recipes, also in juices even. It's wonderful, but you can't take too much because it gets too strong. Also the texture. So I have a small amount of rosemary here. If you have it only dry, you can take a half a teaspoon. That's the perfect amount for making your memory faster, and that's very good for the cognition. So I'll do that now. I blend, before I cut the cucumber, I blend macadamia mayonnaise. That is kind of, I have a handful of macadamias, half a cup or so, the base for the mayonnaise. And to make it a little bit more mayonnaise-like, I have a quarter of a avocado. That makes it fluffier. If you blend nuts with avocados a little bit, not too much, then it gets lighter, fluffier. It's a wonderful texture, nice creaminess. And I guess that's very nice for the cucumber. That is high in water. It likes a little bit more creamy dressing. So that is avocado and a macadamia, a small amount of avocado, half a lemon. I choose lemon here. My macadamia mayonnaise had apple cider vinegar. I said this time I prefer lemon because of the rosemary and the dill. I think it might be nicer with lemon, because the apple cider vinegar is hotter, sharper. It's a more pungent, aggressive acidity, and that is already in the rosemary. So I may be using lemon, because lemon is also very classic for Mediterranean flavors, and all these flavors are Mediterranean. They become that later even more. And now I add pepper and salt. It's here a classic for my recipes. Oftentimes I have a small teaspoon of black pepper, I have a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and I have a garlic clove, all Mediterranean also, and a piece of ginger, little piece, and here the rosemary. I said it again, if you have dried rosemary only, you can take half a teaspoon. I would recommend. You can try that. I guess that would be the nice amount. And as I said, it's almost all I put in here, but dill goes in there too, but I do that in 2 phases. I have here, these are the fine little leaves from the dill, the tops, the tips, and here the stems. So the stems, I will blend them in my dressing, and the fine stem, the tips, I will only pulse them, so they come later. I make a first blending, or without the dill. It can be dill is a little subtle flavor. If you blend it too much, it might be a little bit too much. So I will put that in later. So first blending is only with the rosemary and the other ingredients with a little bit of water. I begin with maybe half a cup or so. And then I put the other ingredients. So put your dance. If you don't have macadamias, you could also try with cashews. I think the macadamia is also nice because they are a little bit of savory flavor. Cashews are a little bit sweeter, but as you like. I mean, not everybody has macadamias. They're a little more expensive, not so often to get good quality. Cashews would also work, I guess. So now, fragrance is there. It's a little bit thick. Yeah, I want to have a little bit runnier, but that comes later. Just to check the flavor. Everything is round. Let's see. Oh, very good. The rosemary. Wow. Yeah, not more. The texture is already getting a little bit coarse, but not yet. I blend one more time. Strong flavor, as should. Needs more water a little bit, but that comes later. Now it soaks. I put a small amount. And just a quick. Now it can sit for a moment. The macadamia, they will now soak. They're broken down, they soak for a while. Then I blend a second time and they will be really creamy and the flavor is really round. But now I show you the main ingredient of the recipe, other than now the dressing. That is a cucumber and how to cut it with a mandolin. So mandolin, I like to show this because it's a wonderful kitchen tool. I really recommend. Here is the blade, the V blade that's characteristic for a mandolin. And you can also adjust here with a little tool here. And if you want to have it thicker or thinner. And you also have different inlays here. You can have it slices and other inlays you can have comes with a mandolin. And but what's more important even than that is this cut-resistant glove. I always show that because nobody shows you that, and I don't know why. They should be sold, purchased together with the mandolin because it makes it so much more easier. Since I got that cut-resistant glove, because you can't cut your fingers, otherwise you touch the blades and it cuts very deep. It is very, very sharp. The cut-resistant glove, as the name says, there's no problem. So I have so much more fun. I enjoy so much more my mandolin with the cut-resistant glove. I would say, why don't you offer when you sell a mandolin it together with a cut-resistant glove? It would make such a difference. So, but it is not so easy to find a cut-resistant glove. Yeah? They are not everywhere in the shops. You find the oven gloves for the hot oven or so, the gloves for the pots to touch, but cut-resistant, hard to find. I had to find them online. Yeah. So here I adjust a little bit the texture, the slices here. Let's check the first slices. If the slices are right, yeah, that's good. I like it. You can adjust as you like. Now I can quickly make my slices, and really also I saw professional chefs in TV or so. I saw them use the mandolin. It is a really classical kitchen instrument, kitchen tool. It's highly recommended. I don't want to miss it anymore. Took me some time to get one, but there are many different mandolins on the market, and I think the most important thing is that you get used to yours. When you get a mandolin, get used to it, learn how to use it. That's what my recommendation would be, and then you will find it does a good job. Yeah. I thought this one wouldn't work when I got it first. I thought, oh, it doesn't work, I have a wrong tool. But that was not true. I was just a little bit, I just couldn't use it. Yeah. I didn't know how to do it. Now I know it, and I'm very happy with it. And I don't think there's a better way to cut a cucumber. It's fast and easy. And you see, that's what's possible with a cut-resistant glove. I can cut all the cucumber. All that's left is this little top that's left. Otherwise, without the glove, you leave a big piece of cucumber. Otherwise, you risk you cut your fingers. Yeah. So the gloves are really amazing. So happy I have them now. So everything is now in here. It's the cucumber. That is one cucumber, and cucumbers are also from ancient times. They have been cultivated. They are famous for being food and drink at the same time. Super healthy for the skin. It makes beautiful skin. They put it on the eyes and so to make it beautiful, really nice. The green from the cucumber is very healthy, and they have a lot of water, more than 90%. And that's why it's food and drink at the same time. Yeah. For thousands of years they have cultivated them. So also the herbs, they are wonderful foods, always in my kitchen if I can. So cucumber is, one cucumber is enough for a whole meal for me. I'm ready then, I'm full when I have it. So I put an avocado to it, an onion. That's a classical for cucumbers. If you don't like onions, you can also have radishes or celery, you can try. I love onions, thinly sliced. And avocado here, I love them too with cucumber. So a large avocado, small or thinly sliced onion, yeah, and I will a little bit of pine nuts for topping. I always have 3 ingredients, so I don't need to think about how many ingredients I need. I just have the number of 3. That's where I start. So when I want to eat a cucumber, I wonder, first question is, okay, what are the other 2 ingredients I need for that? And then I think a little bit, I find that, then I take it, and then I need a topping. There's a pine nut in this case, could be chili peppers, yeah, or maybe hazelnuts. I don't know what you like. So I put some pine nuts on top, and some I will leave for decoration on top of the plate. Yeah. So that's all I need. Yeah. It makes an easy salad. And now I go back to my dressing. I will blend one more time now together with the stems at first. I put the stems from the dill here. They have to be blended. They have to be blended, yeah. But the little leaves, they should not be blended. I want to see them in the dressing. I want to see the little tips. That is beautiful, and they have a nice texture, also very subtle. I don't want to blend it. So I blend the stems first now. And at the same time, I make the dressing creamier and give it a nicer flavor. So blender dance. I just thought about pumpkin seeds. Why not put pumpkin seeds on top? If you have no pine nuts, next time I will try pumpkin seeds. I don't know. Just came to my mind. I love pumpkin seeds, and they might be nice here. Pumpkin seeds also, they have a very strong aroma, like the pine nuts. It might be nice. It's worth a try. Oh, the color is now really beautiful. I like it. And the texture is so nice. The creaminess is beautiful. Now, most important, the flavor. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Wow. Very profound flavor. It's a light flavor. The feeling is light. Also because of the avocado, it gives this lightness, the fluffiness. It lifts it from the tongue, so to say, like a little etheric. And the etheric oils from the rosemary and from the dill, have etheric oils that makes them so powerful, also give the feeling of lightness, ethericness. Very nice. So that's now, I wonder, would I put more water in there? No, not more water, but one more test. Maybe some more salt, maybe some more pepper. I'm not quite sure. I have to taste it one more time and meditate a little bit for a second. So, do I need more seasoning, more salt, more pepper? Let's see. A little bit. A little bit more black pepper, just a tiny little bit. See here, I have these peppercorns. You can take any kind of pepper. I like these, called Tally Cherry. See, just a little bit. That goes in there, and a bit more salt. It's my Himalayan salt. It's my preferred salt, and has more minerals than other salts. That's nice. Different kinds of minerals. So variety. I like variety. Sea salt is also nice. So the dressing has to be a little bit over-seasoned. Yeah, you put it on the salad, then dilutes a little bit the flavor, and then it should be a little bit over-seasoned to get the right flavor when you put it on the salad. So a little bit more, I would say yes, no water, but just one more blending. Let's see if it works. Final, not the final touch before the dill comes in. It's really nice dressing. It's becoming a nice dressing. I like it already. I might make a video just with this dressing. Let's see. Let's see what happens now with the cucumber salad. Oh yeah. Now we are there. I just need a little bit more. And last but not least, the tips of the dill. Now only pulsing. They shouldn't be all blended up. I want to see the little tips. They are so beautiful. And they taste also nice. I will put them down a little bit. And now, just very careful, just pulse. That's it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I put my new Rosemary Dill dressing, macadamia mayonnaise over my cucumber salad. You see, isn't that beautiful? It's a wonderful dressing. I'm so happy I tried it. Didn't know what to make before. Wait a minute. I don't want to waste it. I want to put it all on top. Yeah. Because it's a little bit creamy, the dressing, so it sticks a little bit in the blender. So with a little help, almost everything comes out. That would be too much. Sometimes it's not so important, but when it's that much, I can help a little bit. So, a little bit here, also a little bit. Yeah, that's worth it. I will now toss it. I'm very excited about my new dressing and the new cucumber salad. Really, it's a nice one. I would really recommend using herbs and spices in your food, because I didn't know that before. I have to be careful here because the avocados, I don't want to mash them. It's because I didn't know that herbs and spices actually are the second healthiest food we have at all. I thought, oh yeah, greens and beans and these kind of things, but actually greens are the most healthiest food on top of the list, and second are already herbs and spices. And you can do so many wonderful things with a small amount of spices or herbs, because they're very powerful but very potent. And that's nice, right? Here. That's it today. Looks so nice. I'm looking forward to enjoying that flavor of this wonderful rosemary together with the dill. Dill herb, as I said, also known as the cucumber herb, is the classic. But now with the rosemary, it gets a little twist, a strong twist. And I think it might be very nice. The dill actually is calming down for the digestion, the stomach, and sometimes we are a little bit nervous in the stomach, and dill is perfect for that. The cucumber also does a very good job for that. And then, complementary to that, my brain is very alert now. It's a fast memory now, and so is that perfect? The stomach calms down, and then the brain is working. Is that cool, right? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my videos, subscribe and be vegan. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.